what's up, bro? We're back. Ring Rundown. This is our first episode on our new channel. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, Dropkick Zombie, man? Yeah, we had a nice little 2-week hiatus, kind of get a little uh update on the
Whoa.
channel.
Wait. My little nephew's calling.
All
He's our
right,
number
cool.
one fan, bro. Hang on. Let's see what he got to say. What's up, little guy? What you say to me, you little punk?
What you gonna do about it, fat boy?
You shut up! I swear to God, I will beat your little ass. Oh my God, dude! I'm telling you, next I will fly down there and put your little ass through a table. Do you understand me?
Fat boy.
Dude, your mom is gonna be crying for what I do. What?
Bro,
I
hey,
swear to God.
hey!
What?
We're recording right now, dude. We're recording right now. What are you doing, man? That's a little 12-year-old kid.
So far up your butt, you could.
I swear to God, I will beat you
Hey.
to the ground.
Hey!
What?
To cool down, man.
Scared of you.
It's just an episode, dude. It's nothing to cause physical
Shove your
harm
beard so
to a
far
little
up your
kid.
butt, you will hear the hairball coming up your throat.
You shut your little mouth. You shut it. I will beat you to the ground. I will beat you so bad that your mom's not gonna reckon. What?
Hey! Both y'all just need to take a chill pill, man. Hey! We're recording right now, man. We're
Oh
recording
shit!
Right now.
I forgot I put. Oh, my bad.
In the heart of Texas, two dudes making noise, talking about pro wrestling on the podcast. Big up boys, big loony guys, we be throwing down the rhymes, kicking it live, representing the Lone Star State every damn time.
Whoa! Welcome to the real start of our podcast. Welcome to the Ring Rundown. This is our first episode on our new channel. As always, I'm joined by my boy SP. What's up, big guy?
What's going on, Dropkick Zombie? Yeah, man. What do you think of the new banner we got, the new background, the new logo for the new channel?
Bro, I love the new look, bro. It's looking great. We're really launching it this time, so we need you guys to subscribe to this channel now. Is what we need from you guys. Okay, if you're gonna watch this video, we need you to hit the subscribe button and click that little bell. It's kind of like, you know, when you're at a restaurant or something and they have, okay, this candy ain't free, but if you take a piece of candy, leave a quarter. It's a handshake agreement. Like, we're not gonna check on you if you actually left a quarter, but we need you to leave a quarter by hitting the subscribe button. Does that make sense?
It's like the take a penny, leave a penny little dish tray you see at gas stations.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about here. So it's a handshake deal. If you watch this video, please subscribe. So
Comment as well too. Comment. Let us know if there's anything you want to hear.
even if you want to
us
talk
cover
some,
more on.
even if you want to talk some shit, do it. Do it. I don't care. We don't care. If you don't like us, who gives a shit? You're still watching. But we appreciate your comment either way. So, yeah, man, we got a few little topics this evening. So, do you want to get into it, or do you have anything you want to talk about? I know. Let's give a round of applause to our boy SP, down 30 pounds, bro. Congratulations, big man.
Appreciate it, man. Just a lot of different changes in eating habits, not habits. Although it is
Same thing.
happening. Yeah, man, just putting in good work, man. Got some bad blood work a few months ago, and it was the kick in the ass I needed, man, to really start making a change in my overall health lifestyle. So
That's
definitely
good, man.
putting in that work.
I'm proud of you, bro. It's not an easy thing to do. Weight loss and health is not an. If anybody tells you that it's easy or anybody says it's easy, that is a false statement. That is fake news. It's very hard to do. But well, let's go ahead and get into it, man.
All right, man. Yeah. What do we got first?
We're gonna start off with Double or Nothing, our rundown of Double or Nothing. So lay that knowledge on us, big dog.
Yeah, so just pretty much just a couple changes in titles. We had the debuting Mercedes Moné taking on Willow for the TBS title. Obviously, with it being Mercedes' first match in AEW, is nothing but going to be a guaranteed W for her to pick up the win and a new TBS champion. Also, we had one more title change. That is Will Ospreay defeating Roderick Strong for the international title. Obviously, same thing. Will Ospreay's big pay-per-view title match in America. There's no other doubt about it than Will Ospreay picking up the win on
I
that
really do think that guy is probably one of the best in-ring performers right now in the business. I'll put him in and Strickland, like Swerve. I'll put them right on the same pedestal. They are two of the best right now for sure.
Yeah, someone online on Twitter was posting an old indie show that had Swerve versus Will Ospreay, and they were kind of doing a. They started off by circling each other, kind of doing a little beat it dance off competition against each other. That was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, no, this is definitely going to be a good thing to see. Also in that Willow Mercedes match, we had uh the oh-so needed heel turn by Chris Statlander with her attacking Willow after she lost the match. And
Been
the
needing to
explanation,
happen. I think she's gonna rule ass as a heel. That's long overdue.
yep. And we got the explanation as to why it happened this past Wednesday night on Dynamite. Still recapping our Double or Nothing coverage. We had the main event for the third or fourth year in a row. We have had Anarchy in the Arena. This is the team of the New Elite and the Young Bucks, Jack Perry and Okada, taking on the team of Daniel Bryan, FTR, and Darby Allin. Unfortunately, Team Elite ended up picking up the win on this one after a nasty Young Bucks pump it up sneaker super kicks with thumbtacks on the bottom of the shoes and right into the face of Darby Allin, who was hanging upside down from the rafters as well too, if nobody caught that part. What did you think of the pay-per-view dropkick? Did you
I
get
thought it
to
was
check it out?
good. I thought it was good. I saw clips of it, and I loved the Darby Allin Sting, and like their entrance was pretty freaking awesome. I got to say.
Yeah. What do you think about the very beginning where they were playing the entrance themes during the first part of the match?
I thought it was good. They did that with Stadium Stampede a couple years back, and I think that's so awesome. it gives you a hype during the first part of the match. I loved it.
Right. And was it the final song? Was it the last song that Daniel Bryan had him play? Was his old entrance theme in ROH, the final countdown
That
song?
was a good throwback.
Yeah. And did you see all the hate that AEW was getting for the Darby Allin setting Jack Perry on fire with the flamethrower?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that was awesome actually. Like I don't know why.
A lot of people were criticizing AEW for them doing that dangerous stunt, and it's like, did you not
Probably
see Jack Perry was just submerged and still soaking wet from being in the soda trough thing? So he was
and it's not even just that.
still soaking wet, and not only that, but again, the flamethrower was aimed at the pants that were still soaking wet and were also padded as well too. So there
And I
was
mean,
no harm, no nothing sustained at all by Jack Perry.
what I
So
want to know is why are we even worried about it? It's good TV. We should just be there for the entertainment, not where oh that was so dangerous.
well,
Are you a
see lot of
safety guy? Are you a you know?
Yeah, no, a lot of people are doing the comparisons between AEW and WWE nowadays lately. Like, oh my God, I can't believe AEW is doing, especially a lot. You see that a lot from the WWE only fans. Well, anything that AEW does, they'll just bash on nonstop, but yet WWE does it, and it's like it's the greatest thing
It's like
since
so what if it was
cheese in a
dangerous?
can.
It was still good TV.
And they were well protected and were doing what they're
Yeah,
doing. And
as long as everybody agrees to it, then
yeah, and it was. I mean, Jack Perry was only on fire for maybe 5 seconds before the Bucks came out and put him out with the extinguisher. I mean,
yeah. I
so
mean, oh,
yeah,
that's just
Everybody
That's just
getting up
people
in
looking
arms.
for a complaint, something to complain about. That's all that is.
Yeah, that's all. Again, they're just, and a lot of it, is from these WWE hardcore stands that just crap on AEW no matter what, even though that, WWE does the same things that AEW has done or does, and
I wish they
like,
would do
yeah,
more of it.
yeah, bring more of it, So,
I want to see the casket on fire. Remember that? I want to see, you know what I'm saying? I want to see a truck being flipped over. Oh, that's the interesting part, man. We need more. We need more of the shock value, bro. And that's what AEW, you got to appreciate. That's what they're starting to bring.
oh yeah, no, I know a lot of people are. I think my only one downfall takeaway from the pay-per-view was the stage setup. There was nothing to it, just a stack of poker chips, like what they've constantly. Obviously that's going to be their main stage prop that they have, but I mean, just like WWE used to do for their themed pay-per-views, they used to deck out the whole entire stage for that pay-per-view of the namesake. AEW kind of used to do that as well too, and now just feels like they're not doing that as much. I think they need to start bringing that back.
Budget cuts.
I think they're going on the premise of less is more, but sometimes
More is more.
Exactly, sometimes more is more. If you're trying to present, especially in Las Vegas, I mean, they could have had like a bunch of like slot machines up on stage, like a
Somebody's head going through one.
blackjack, yeah, something like
Sugar
so I
glassed
think,
out.
yeah, so I think they need to start bringing back some of these more gimmicky style matches, like what they used to do, and when they first started in 2019 going into 2020, so
But
that's just my key takeaway from it is I think they need to increase their stage.
But from what I
setups.
saw of it, it was a good pay-per-view. It was a good, strong pay-per-view. A lot of interesting stuff.
Story told between the story told, the full circle story told between Swerve and Christian Cage was really, really good.
I love the I think
And
the
the
new
full build
elite.
up.
The new elite, they're so hateable, and I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, this is definitely I think a good career resurgence for at least the Bucks and Jack Perry. I mean, Okada being a New Japan star, I think it's kind of given him an extra boost in his career as well too.
Yeah, awesome show. But dude, let's go ahead and cross over into the world of WWE and or NXT. We had really one big debut and it's a crossover.
And a crossover, yes. And that would be Mr. Ethan Page, who, according to him, is not necessarily signed.
He's signed
WWE or NXT, but I mean, I don't know. That's just
what
he was.
There's no way.
That's what
that dude has inked a contract. That dude, he's claiming not, but that dude has inked a contract. I promise you that.
You really think he has?
Dude, that's kayfabe. I can promise you that's kayfabe. That dude has inked a contract. WWE is not gonna put somebody on NXT unless they inked a contract, unless it's a crossover deal like one Miss, Jordan Grace.
Yes, Jordan Grace is taking on. Is it Roxanne? It's Roxana Perez, right? She's the NXT Women's Champion.
Yes, she is, and it apparently what really got me interested is that she did not know who was going to be challenging her, as a shoot. She didn't know until she heard the music hit and saw Jordan Grace out, which I love. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
they pretty much kept it a secret from everybody the entire time, and I think they had to keep them secluded in a completely different area of the venue, the backstage locker room area.
Well, and another thing that I'm hearing, so if any of you don't know, pretty much WWE and TNA are under the same umbrella right now. That's why we're seeing this. They're both pretty much owned by Endeavor. So there is talks of them absorbing TNA. I don't know how true that is, but that is... There's rumors out there about it.
See, I don't think WWE will absorb TNA. I think they're going to keep them as two separate brands. But there are rumors out there in the Twitter sphere that we could
Let me
be
see.
seeing some more potential crossovers happening.
Drew Galloway.
Now,
Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre actually mentioned he did say something that was very interesting. He did say that forbidden door swings both ways. So we
yes,
may
he
see
did say that.
Drew in TNA at some point. Maybe
It
taking
is
on
very
Moose or
possible.
something.
You never know. No, I don't think Moose was in there by the time Drew McIntyre was still over there. I don't think he may have gotten in at the very tail end, but I know
That's just me fantasy
uh,
booking, bro.
it is. Hey, no, that's going to be one of the new topics we're going to be discussing here on the channel is fantasy booking. So, fantasy bookings, worst gimmicks, worst gimmick matches, stuff like that. So we definitely have some new categories to kind of build upon here on the channel going forward. So fantasy bookings is
More of that.
definitely
More on that at the end of the podcast.
So Jordan Grace will be challenging Roxana Perez at NXT Battleground, which will be taking place at the UFC
Apex.
their venue. Apex, yeah, there we go. Apex Arena in Las Vegas. And apparently Ethan Page is going to be challenging
Trick
what's his
Williams.
name? Trick Williams, yeah, there you go. We'll be challenging Trick Williams for the NXT heavyweight title at
Dude,
NXT Battleground.
I'm so geeked. I hope Ethan Page finally gets his due. The guy is the total package. He looks great. He's a great talker. He's an interesting person. Like, I want to see this guy finally get his due. You know what I'm saying? And I've met him before, and he's actually a very humble guy. So,
Oh yeah, he definitely very is.
So like, I love his YouTube channel, his collecting channel. I just like, my only concern is I hope WWE don't make him stop his YouTube channel or whatnot. We're probably not going to see any more AEW talent on it. That's probably a foregone conclusion, but I hope they let him keep his channel going because it's great. I love seeing him going to toy stores and video game stores and stuff like that. But we may see him doing like collabs with more WWE wrestlers instead of AEW, which I'm fine with. I just hope they don't put a stop to it like WWE has done in the past with certain people and their side stuff from WWE.
Right. Yeah. No, the one person that you would normally see in an Ethan Page video would be Danhausen. Love that Danhausen. He was constantly popping up.
I don't think that's happening no more.
Probably not. Who knows? I mean, like I said, only time will tell.
Then again, it does seem like with Triple H, at the reins, it does seem they're a little more laxed on it. But we'll just have to see. So I don't know.
But yeah, no, definitely looking forward to any future what possibilities may come out of this new partnership between WWE and TNA Wrestling.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I want to see some. I want to see I want it to be Invasion 2.0. Remember WCW to ECW Invasion of WWE?
Oh yeah.
I want to see TNA invade, and we get a pay-per-view like when worlds collide. You know what I'm saying? I want to go full bore, full out, all out invasion. I want to see Moose running up on
Bobby Lashley.
On Bobby Lashley. I want to see AJ conflicted, like, oh, but I'm a WWE guy, but this is where I got my start. I don't know whose side I'm on. I want to see all that.
Well, technically, AJ Styles was in the final couple years of WCW, and then
make no mistake about it,
was in Limbo Land, but it was in TNA, yes, that he became a household name.
TNA is where that dude really cut his teeth, and that's why we know the greatness that is AJ Styles is because of TNA.
Yes, so, there is a reason why he is called the Phenomenal One. So,
but let's go ahead and move on. So, in other WWE news, we got one Mr. Brock Lesnar. He may be coming back and unbanned. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's. Hang on. Let me cut you off. 1 second.
All right.
I think this guy was shitting on some bitches with the guy that we shall not name here. I think
Who he shall not be named.
I think he was shitting on some bitches with him. I'm just saying. That's just my allegedly. That's just my hypothesis on the matter. But whatever. I don't like the guy. I've never liked Brock Lesnar. I think the dude's a jerk. But go ahead, say what you got to say, dude.
No. So there's no word yet on when he'll actually be back in WWE, but his name has been mentioned more recently, actually this past Saturday at King and Queen of the Ring down in Saudi Arabia. So his name is up to being talked about on television. There's just no word when he will be back, because obviously his name is a potential suspect in the Janelle Grant lawsuit, which actually has taken an interesting turn of events. I don't know. Have you heard any updated information about what's going on now with Janelle Grant's lawsuit?
Last I heard was that John Laurinaitis changed his story up and is now kind of in he who shall not be named corner now. He kind of changed up the story in favor of he who shall not be named. That's the last I heard.
Okay. Well, you ready for some breaking news?
What's that?
WWE, Vince McMahon, and John Laurinaitis are all under investigation by the Department of Justice.
I did hear that, but I didn't know how substantial that was. Apparently, that's very important.
Yes, this has just been developed over the last few days. It has been confirmed that WWE, Vince McMahon, and John Laurinaitis are underneath Department of Justice investigations for their alleged sexual misconduct.
They got something
with the practices.
If kind of like the whole Diddy thing, like if they're stepping in, as well as the FBI or whatever, it's the Department of, not the FBI. There's something there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say on that matter.
Yeah, obviously
something piqued their interest. Their interest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these accusations have definitely sparked some investigation into. So this is definitely going to be something we'll need to keep an eye on. Now, again, we do not condone any sort of sexual misconduct acts against male or female in the workplace. And if you are caught, we hope, we do want, the thorough investigation, actual, truth investigation to be done.
But if you got to pay the piper, you got to pay the piper. Is what it is.
It is what it is. So yes, as far as Lesnar being unbanned, it's just only right now in name only. As far as him appearing in WWE, that is still on hiatus until his name is officially cleared from the lawsuit.
Well, it's not like the guy needs it or whatever. He probably has money. He's just sitting at his
ranch, I think in northern Montana or Canada or wherever it is.
It's in Canada, shooting deer or whatever. Eating steaks, doing push-ups. Yeah, he's still married to Sable.
Okay.
But have you seen Sable? Bro, she looks old now. I don't even see let me not say what. No, I'm gonna say it anyway. He's gonna cheat on her eventually when she gets so old that he can't look at. That dude is probably gonna cheat at some point. Well, I mean, look, I don't think he was with. Maybe he might have been with Sable at the time with the whole Janelle Grant stuff. I mean, he's been with Sable for a while, bro.
It's been a while.
So, hey, he probably already cheated. But that dude, I guarantee you, he's the type of guy he's going to cheat. Especially when he looks at Sable and she's looking all old. When she's looking old now. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
Hey. There are some older ladies out there that are still.
Yeah, but have you seen. Attractive. I agree. But have you seen her? She looks old, bro. Okay, go Google it.
Okay,
all right.
I'll take a look.
Botox injections and all, but that's just me. But okay. Moving on. Next up, we have the mysterious unveiling, which I think they were unveiled. I'm not sure, but news on the Wyatt Six.
So pretty much all anybody's wondering is when will the Wyatt Six debut? I know there was a lot of speculation that they may have been debuting at King and Queen of the Ring, but obviously that didn't happen.
Didn't they have a Twitch
w-
stream that they did or something like that? They were supposed to be unveiled on Twitch, but I haven't seen no video of it.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, obviously on Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, on the pay-per-views, every night it's almost like you got to have your phone, your QR reader on your app on your phone up and ready to go, so that way when the QR code pops up there for a brief second, you could scan it and it'll take you to the link for a new disturbing video that's being put out by them to hype up the White Six. And
Now, my question
potentially it may
is,
be.
do you think at this point the buildup has been too much? It's been long enough. Do you feel that way?
I think yeah, I think a lot of people, I think myself included, are finally just ready for it to happen, which now there's speculation that it may happen at the next PLE Clash at the Castle when that takes place.
If it doesn't happen by then, it's like, okay, come on, guys.
Yeah, if it wouldn't happen that night, then it may happen the following night on Monday Night Raw. So it's just pretty much just a waiting game now. There is an interesting turn of events that it may be Dexter Lumis may be one of the participants in the Wyatt Six.
So I'm hearing Eric Redbeard. I'm hearing Bo Dallas. I'm hearing Joe Gacy. I'm hearing.
I think I've heard that name floated by.
I'm hearing Dexter Lumis. I'm hearing, what's her name right there?
Alexa Bliss.
I'm hearing Alexa Bliss. I'm hearing like, who's the sixth one? I heard rumors.
The sixth one I think was going to be the lantern that has Bray Wyatt's head on it.
Okay, then because I know for a while, what's his name? Cross was penciled in to be part of the Ride Six, but he's gone off and done his own thing now. So that's the 5 people. I heard like the new additions that they're set on is Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, which I think that would be good.
I think there was a picture that was floating around on Twitter that had like just a bunch of people standing outside and inside of the ring, and Dexter Lumis was in the ring, or what appeared to be Dexter Lumis, just with a full length beard that he's going to be rocking now. So
there has been pictures of him rocking a beard. I'm excited about Joe Gacy because Joe Gacy has that whole cult leader thing that he has going with him. Dexter Lumis is really good at playing a weirdo, like a creep. So
oh yeah, he perfected that when he was in TNA and Impact Wrestling, when he was stalking Christy Hemme. He was known as Derek Shaw, I believe is what his
Samuel
name was
Shaw
back then. Sam Shaw, that's what it was.
And what's crazy to me is he's changed up so much, his whole like wrestling style, that he used to be a high flyer. Now he's like a ground and pound guy, which I'm here for it. So, but yeah, and I'm glad to see. I hope they do actually bring Eric Redbeard back. I want to see him back in WWE where he belongs and stuff. So, well, yeah. So I'm just ready.
What about people that might be listening or tuning in? Who do you think would be a good fit in the Wyatt Six? If you had to make your own version of the Wyatt Six, who would you pick to be in that faction? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, there's a lot of good candidates out there, but I think they're doing a pretty good job with the alleged lineup that they have now. So that's good. Now moving on, we're gonna go back to AEW news. We have Mr. Jake Hager no longer with AEW. What's up with this?
Well, so his contract is set to be expiring soon. So as of now, it doesn't appear like he may resign. I believe that's what the prognosis was, is that both him and AEW are making it a mutual thing to not to resign, but there are, positive vibes there. Like they're still on good standing terms.
So what do you think happens now if he doesn't resign? Okay, so for one thing, he's already retired from MMA. Like
Oh,
after
is
two
he?
matches, yeah, he retired from MMA officially from Bellator.
Mhm.
Bellator is
Okay.
not even Bellator anymore. It's owned by the PFL. So his contract was one of them that they probably didn't transfer over. Um, he had a stint on the Indies, but he didn't get booked a lot because I think his guarantee was like $5,000 off the top. He had a very high freaking like guarantee that a lot of people didn't sign up for him. So I think his only avenue to get paid what he wants is probably WWE. But do we already like? Is there room for him in the WWE universe? That's the question.
Uh, there could be. I think. Well, I don't know. They've got a lot of big men in there as it is already, but again, they're starting to paint themselves in another corner again with not building up a credible challenger towards Cody Rhodes. You know, they're pretty much pigeonholing themselves into the same predicament that they put themselves in with Roman Reigns for
I
the
beg to
last
differ.
4 years.
I beg to differ. AJ,
I
bro.
mean,
AJ. I will always be in AJ's corner, okay?
oh no, don't get me wrong. AJ is, like I said, like we talked about earlier, the phenomenal one. Um, but I mean, like I said, let's go back to the Roman Reigns reign of him being universal undisputed heavyweight champion. Is, yeah, they, even though they had a lot of good people to possibly dethrone Roman Reigns, they never really were willing to pull the trigger on those credible names to beat Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of early in his reign, and I can see them wanting him to have a comparable championship run to Roman Reigns as the ultimate babyface champion at this point. We had a heel
Hmm.
champion for so long. I can see they're wanting to have a long stint with a babyface champion, which Cody is a good representation for the company. He's, the all American guy, good smile, blonde hair, American flags everywhere. He's your guy. If you want to face him a company, he can be the next John Cena, which I understand. But at the same time, we'll save this for the next topic when I put the other graphic up there. Let's get back to Jake Hager.
So Jake Hager, yeah. So there's no really clue as to where he'll end up, but he's not the only AEW wrestler whose contract is expiring. We've also got Arn Anderson and Mark Henry. Arn Anderson has stated that he is going to finish out his term with AEW, and then he's going to go and help Brock, his son, train and get more ring exposure, and he's just going to go wherever Brock's at.
Wasn't Brock
And,
already let go?
yeah, he's been let go from AEW, I believe, since last year sometime.
Yeah,
Um, and
he
it
needs it.
sucks, Oh yeah, Brock definitely needs more exposure, and unfortunately, he just with so many guys that AEW has on their roster, unfortunately, he was one of the ones that weren't getting
I know him and Hook.
as much or even a little bit of
Him and Hook
TV
came
time.
up together, kind of, and I know Hook just way surpassed him, man.
Yeah,
So
so Arn, yeah, like I said, Arn wants to finish out his contract with AEW, and then he's gonna go spend time training Brock and helping Brock get established and everything like that. And Mark Henry, him and AEW just came to mutual terms on him not resigning. Again, same thing. There's still a good working relationship with both parties, so it is possible he may be back at some point. But as of now, those are just the few that
he's probably gonna go focus on Busted Open more so than anything.
possibly. I think that's, he was talking like he couldn't really devote any more time than he could what he was already giving AEW. So he just decided, he's just gonna part ways with the company, still on good terms, and just go do his own thing.
I
It
do.
sucks 'cause I think all three of those people, Jake Hager included, have some real good knowledge to pass along to the younger guys or even some of the older people in the back in the locker room.
Kind of what I want to see from Mark Henry's case, I want to see him sign a Legends deal. I think that'd be best because he could just pop up in WWE every now and then and focus on the Busted Open podcast and his preaching, because he goes to churches and preach like on Sundays or whatever. He does special guest appearance, like special sermons at churches around Texas. So I want to see him probably do more of that. I think that's most likely why he's not devoting more time. But I think that would be the best thing for him. Legends deal, continue to do it in his preaching, and just continuing with Busted Open Radio. So, but that's just my opinion. So,
yeah. So, and what do we got next going on?
All right. So we're gonna get to. There's been a lot of, not just in AEW, but there's contracts expiring in the world of WWE also.
As of now, it really only looks like. Oh, also one more to go back on the AEW. Jeff Hardy, his contract is set to be expiring sometime in June. And
already, it feels like he just got signed, dude.
He's been he was out for so long because of the DUI that he got and had to go to rehab and stuff like that. So,
like we were talking about before, he's probably going to go with his brother. I mean,
it's possible. I mean, the last update that people have heard has just been from Matt Hardy, and according to him, Jeff's just been at home waiting on the phone call to get information on when he'll need to be at the show next. But according to Matt, he just spends his time jumping on his trampoline in his backyard and lifting weights at the same time. So, or with a couple dumbbells while he's jumping on the trampoline. So, as long as he can stay away from the liquor and alcohol, man, more power to him.
Yeah, it's probably time for them both to, make another splash, one last WWE run. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I know I keep saying everybody go to WWE, and I wish I didn't say that, but it would be cool to see.
So going back onto the WWE thing, Becky Lynch's contract has expired, and as of now, she has not re-signed.
She ain't going nowhere.
Oh no, obviously not. But does appear that she is going to be taking some time off. She was supposed to take time off after WrestleMania, but then the attack by Liv Morgan on Rhea Ripley, they called on.
So
Becky
she had to be slide into the title picture there for a bit.
Yeah. So, and then obviously at the pay-per-view just this past weekend at King and Queen of the Ring, Liv Morgan beat Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. I don't like how they're just calling the Raw Women's title the Women's title. Like there's SmackDown. It's like you're trying to put Raw over SmackDown. Granted, I get, Raw is the superior of the two shows, but you're also kind of insulting your company at the same time by
I really wish
just Raw is the women's title.
I agree with you. I think they need to rename a lot of titles, like that Universal shit. That gotta go away. We got to do away with that Universal shit. It does seem like it's more prestigious than the World Heavyweight title, but it's called the Universal title. Like that needs to go away. We need a better name for that. WWE Championship, something.
Again, that's just one of the conundrums that WWE just put itself into anytime they
Vince.
They merge the belts. So.
That's he who shall not be named it that. That was him that named it that, and that shit needs to go away. I don't want no Universal title. What the hell is that? That is the WWE Championship, is what that is.
Yeah. So. Anyways, so as of now, all it's known is that Becky Lynch has not currently re-signed. She's going to be taking some time off. I'm assuming it's also to help with Seth, because Seth Rollins is also recovering from his knee surgery that he had from WrestleMania weekend that he re-injured. after rehabbing it for like a month after the attack by Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble.
Also, I'm hearing that Chad Gable
Yes,
is
Chad Gable. Yes, Chad Gable as well. His contract is set to be expiring soon, along with apparently, I didn't know this, but Gable Steveson was kind of secretly let go without no one really knowing.
after all that, man.
Well, he wasn't drawing the crowds, like he wasn't attracting the audience fan base to him.
So I know he's going up for trying to qualify for the Olympics again. And then after that, I'm thinking we're going to see him end up in MMA somewhere. UFC probably is my hypothesis. But not just Chad Gable, but another one that his contract is expiring and I don't see him going anywhere is Ricochet. Ricochet.
Oh, I do. Okay, I didn't know that Ricochet, but I do know that Will Ospreay was calling for Ricochet to get off that WWE speed. He's like, how like you're devaluing one of your top performers by having him compete on a quick 3-minute match on
He is the speed
Twitter.
champion.
Exactly. Yeah, he's the inaugural speed champion, but Will Ospreay is like, dude, like, no, sorry, that's wrong. You need, once you're done with your contract, you need to go somewhere else. You need to go bye-bye.
Damn fly. But yeah, so that's the only thing that makes me think that he's not, because they put the championship on him, even though it's a lesser championship, but it may show that WWE is behind him in some way, but I'd be okay. I think he would be a good fit for AEW. I think he has the style and everything, so maybe, but I doubt he's going to go anywhere anytime soon, but we'll just have to see. Another one, what was his name? He's in NXT. He came out, Brooks Jensen, I think his name. His is also expiring, and he did put on his Twitter. He put on X that I'm taking bookings right now. My email is bookings at Brooks Jensen at bookings elsewhere from WWE at gmail.com. So I think his is a joke. I think he probably already resigned and is just making a joke out of it. But
It's possible.
But we'll just have to see. I don't think he's going anywhere. The only one that I see maybe leaving is probably Chad Gable.
I can see Chad Gable going somewhere else. I mean,
I think he would be good in TNA, maybe, or
possibly maybe just transition him over to TNA wrestling. I think. Who do you think he would be a good matchup against in TNA wrestling? Who do you think has the same type of body build as he does? I think he'd go good up against like an Eddie Edwards or
the guy with the headgear. The guy with the headgear. What's his name?
Oh, Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander.
They both have that amateur style background. I
think that would be a good catch-can match going on there. But yeah, I could see him maybe ending up in TNA, but I don't know. I'm not fully under the impression any of them are going to go anywhere, to be honest with you.
Maybe they do plan on re-sign, but they just want to take some time off. It's just going to help heal their bodies and kind of get, just kind of rest. I mean, they're on the road 5 days out of a 7-day week, so.
We'll just have to see. But yeah, like we always say, we'll just have to wait for it to play out. But yeah, I think the one that would benefit the most is probably Ricochet. I do think that he can go make a splash in AEW. Maybe not to the extent like Chad Gable, but not to the extent of Ricochet. I think Chad Gable would be good in TNA, but I think Ricochet is tailor-made for an AEW audience. I think he would really shine there. But that remains to be seen. So I know that Becky Lynch ain't going nowhere. She's WWE through and through forever. Her and her husband.
Seth Rollins.
Why did I'm blanking again, dude? I was about to say Tyler Black. I'm stuck 10 years ago. But yeah, I can see like her and Seth Rollins are not going anywhere. So we'll just, but Chad Gable, and Ricochet, I don't know. It's kind of in the air right now. We'll just have to see.
That's all we really do is just wait and see what happens.
All right. Now, our last bit of information sticking with WWE is stuff that's going on right now. Bro, AJ, dude. That dude, I was like, no, don't retire. No, I was about to start crying. And then when he hit Cody,
they pulled out the old Mark Henry fake retirement speech last night,
and it was great.
Involving, I was sitting there making dinner, and AJ's got the tears going down, and and Cody's out there
mollywops him,
raising the hand. Yeah, and I'm telling my wife, I'm like, wait for it. Sure enough,
mollywop,
short arm clothesline, and then just the Styles clash off the ring steps onto the floor.
Oh yes. Okay, like I was saying earlier, I know it's probably not gonna happen, but I want to see my boy hold that title just one more time before he rides off into the sunset, because he actually is getting close to retirement.
It'll happen. I think before long they will eventually have.
It needs to happen.
They'll have either the Universal title on AJ Styles, or something will happen. He'll go over to Monday Night Raw and he'll win the World Heavyweight Championship. So, what do you think about this? What do you think about the? I guess you could say the prize, so to say, the grand prize for the winner of the King of the Ring tournament, where the winners each get a championship match against the opponent of their choosing at SummerSlam.
I think it's good. I think that's what it should be. If you're the King of the Ring, I think you should get a crack at the title.
And I think that's kind of like winning the King of the Ring is kind of like the faith that the company has in you to just launch you.
And they need to have that faith in Gunther. Nobody more deserving in my book.
Gunther's good. Gunther is really, really good. That is why he's called the Ring General. I just don't think he's ready for a world title picture shot just yet.
What makes you think that? Oh, whoa. I gotta disagree. Well, and before you say it, probably because there's so many other people deserving of it at this point, but
I just don't see him quite in that picture just yet. I think he needs maybe a year. I'd say maybe another year run without.
The dude's been rubbing roughshod over the Intercontinental title picture for how long now?
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I know
he's been beating people's asses. What more do you want here? Two amazing Royal Rumble showings. Like, I think he's prime, bro. I'm just being honest.
Well, that's so. Use this year to further build him up.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Maybe get him into some interesting storylines without the title.
Yeah, we need to start get him into building him up as an actual credible threat to whoever it is that's going to be who's going to be World Heavyweight Champion at the time they do decide to give Gunther that run at the world title as their champion.
You know what he needs? If Brock does come back, we need to see Gunther go over Brock at some point.
I think if Brock's name is finally cleared come Rumble 2025, I think those should be the last two people Gunther or Brock puts Gunther over by going out or being eliminated by Gunther and having Gunther win the Rumble.
Okay, that is a good idea. Okay.
Because then it's going to be like battle of the two beasts in the ring. Who's going to come out victorious? You got your Kong versus Godzilla. Kaiju versus Big Hairy Ape.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I like what you're saying now. All right. I get you. All right.
Who else? So do you think we could see Jordan Grace make a main roster appearance with the
Not yet.
not yet?
Not yet. I don't think. I don't know. It just depends on how WWE feels. I think they would be against it with her name still being signed to NXT. I mean to TNA. So I don't know how that would go over.
Okay.
But maybe.
So Jordan Grace loses because obviously, as
She's
we talked about
definitely
earlier,
losing.
she's challenging Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title.
She's
and
definitely
then
losing, bro.
she'll lose that match, yes. But then do you think she may go back over to TNA, drop the women's knockouts title to someone
Question
there,
is,
and
how
then
much time does she have left on that TNA contract? That's the question.
that is a good question. People out there in the WWE universe, AEW Galaxy, any juggalos, juggalettes that might be listening on that watch the product, who do you think you would like to see Jordan Grace face against? Either TNA, NXT,
You know who
SmackDown,
I'm gonna
Raw.
say?
Jade?
She'll beat the shit out of Jade. Bianca. I think her and Bianca Belair. Oh, fucking Nia Jax. I think she would.
Jordan Grace versus Nia Jax?
I think Jordan Grace would manhandle Nia.
Possibly. What do you think's gonna happen? So, speaking of titles, how long do you think it's gonna be before Bianca and Jade drop the tag team titles, and who do you think they're gonna drop them to?
I think it's gonna be a while, bro.
You think it's gonna be a while?
Yeah, I think you're gonna want to keep Jade in the tag team matches for a little while.
You think we're gonna go on a full year of them being as
At
women's
least,
tag champ?
at least. I think
Okay,
they
so-
want. I think they want Jade in a tag team. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best place for her for right now, not to show her green too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. No. Definitely having her in a tag team with Bianca.
So Bianca can do most of the work.
Well, Bianca and the opponents, yeah, whoever it is that they're facing, And then, so at the end of the said year, who do you think will be the two to capture the gold from them?
I know it's going to be a returning Becky Lynch that's going to be involved somewhere in there.
You think so?
Yeah, that's the safe bet.
But where's the story to that? Like, you can't just have a returning, Becky Lynch form a tag team with somebody. We got to build a story to.
They probably can
to that having.
I
think they would rush that too quickly.
Where the hell is freaking oh crap. Where's why I'm blanking again, bro? Like I'm famous for blanking.
Alexa Bliss?
Woo! Where's old the four horsewoman? What what I'm talking about?
Charlotte?
Where's Charlotte at?
She's
Charlotte
still,
Flair.
She's still on the shelf. She's still rehabbing her knee.
Four horsewoman. Maybe the four horsewoman reform.
Oh, you mean you think we'll get a
Becky Lynch and Charlotte, maybe, or
you think what's the word I'm looking for? Now I'm spacing out as well too. You think we'll get a reunion, not a reunion, but I can't think of it, a rejoining reunion, a burying of the hatchet, so to say, of Charlotte and Becky, because as far as I know, them two have been on the outs for quite some time.
I think that could happen, maybe. That's who I think would be ideal as somebody that can do it. But I don't know. I really don't know. That's just me taking a shot from the hip, bro. Who do you think would be viable challengers for those belts? I think the Kabuki Warriors are played out at this point, maybe.
They are. I'm going to have to go and say, I know this is going to sound weird. I think their chemistry works, but I'm going to have to go with the Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, because Or so Sonya Deville has officially returned as well too.
Hmm.
Because if you remember, it was Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green that won the women's titles, and then Sonya Deville was injured, so she was put on the shelf. And then that's when they brought in Piper Niven to take Sonya's place, and then they ended up dropping the titles. Who'd they drop the titles? I think they dropped them to the Kabuki Warriors, if I'm not
I believe
mistaken.
so. I think that's who had it next.
My second option would be Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I think those two of them need to be built up a little bit more. I think they'd be a good, credible threat to Bianca and Jade. Now, when that match does happen, Jade and Bianca versus whatever team, who do you think is going to eat the pin?
It depends on how much faith they have in Jade after about a year. But
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Jade's going to eat the pin.
maybe
It's going to
so.
be her. So she'll still keep her undefeated streak in singles competition, even though she hasn't really had that many singles competitions. And then she'll have the one loss as a tag team champion or as a tag.
I can see that being the safe route. But it's like, I'm sorry. I know I have little faith in Jade. I want to like Jade. She looks the part, man. But it's like, come on. It's been, 4 years now? And you're not putting up some work at this point? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You got Shawn Michaels right there. You know, we took that long to make your debut. We built it up that whole time because we're thinking you're getting trained by Shawn Michaels. You're at the Performance Center putting in work, and you still have nothing to show for it. I'm sorry that I sound like a hater, but I'm sorry.
No, you made some valid good points, and I agree with you on just about all of them.
At some point, you need to realize, hey, I need to put up or shut up.
The wrestling business is a sink or swim environment.
So it is what it is. But do we have anything else on the docket?
Nothing that I could think of, man, other than just kind of discussing some of the newer topics that we're going to be going over, and potentially a shift change in our news coverage of wrestling organizations. I know you and I, we talked about, or at least I had mentioned, maybe kind of focusing, not putting so much into WWE and AEW. Yes, we'll still cover them, but I think we're gonna focus more on some of the indie, MLW, CMLL, AAA,
JCW, all that.
Maybe even dabbling a little bit of Ring of Honor. You can kind of count that. Ring of Honor is kind of in the AEW bracket. But was it Booker T's company, Reality of Wrestling, out of Houston? And also work on interviewing wrestlers at shows after their matches, or
we're going to be on location. We're going to work on being on location more in the future. Another thing we're going to have another show on here. I'm not sure. Working name right now is The Pit or The Cage. Like, me and him are going to be going into the pit or on the cage. Me and him are going to have some full out, knocked out, drag out arguments about topics that we feel strongly about when it pertains to wrestling. And we're going to have a non-wrestling fan, a non-wrestling person. If we can convince, it's going to be, okay, so from the top, it's going to be me and SP trying to convince, and me and him are going to be arguing about a certain topic, like one, who had the better
match, finisher move,
stuff like that.
Just a plethora of topics. What matches had the best storytelling to them? Who
had the better run in a company? Who had the better run? For instance, let's see,
heavyweight. Who was the great, one of the better top one, world heavyweight champions, tag team champions,
stuff like that,
intercontinental stuff like that. Also the art of selling. How over and effective is the art of selling in a match after you get hit with a move?
So it is going to be basically be me and him arguing about it and trying to convince a non-wrestling fan to take our side. And at the end, the wrestling fan will take whichever one's side, and that's the one who won. And the one that lost will have to get up and oil up on camera.
I don't know about all that. I mean,
That was just an
I mean,
idea. I mean, it's not that I mean, it's not that I want to see you oil up or anything, you know. But
I mean, I mean, not a lot of people know that I'm rocking a full man sweater underneath this t-shirt, So
that can
you
be
know
pulled
what?
right off, man, and oil can be
Um,
applied.
So you ever seen the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin when they take Steve Carell to go to the wax place and he takes off his shirt and it's
It's
just
just hair.
just man sweater, and all the guys are right. Paul Rudd asks asks him if he has it in a V-neck as well, and they're just
I
completely
did see
busting his
that,
balls.
and they're ripping it off. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, like freaking out when they rip it off of him. Man, I need to rewatch that movie. It's been a while.
I think another one of the subjects we'll be talking about is old school wrestling. We're talking late 80s to early 90s. We're talking, when it was WWF, with the big block letters, and up until roughly, until about the debut of the Attitude Era, 97, 98 area.
The Job era.
So we'll be, yes, that's where a lot of teenagers in junior high, middle school, and going into high school, that's when they really started watching wrestling, was the 97, 98 Attitude Era of WWF.
So we're trying to diversify our content and try to see, what you guys want. So please comment if you guys have any ideas, what you want to see from us. We're open ears. We want to diversify our content. We have some guests hopefully coming up soon that you guys will be interested in. So
yes, we're definitely gonna hopefully try to bring you guys whatever content it is that we enjoy, that we also feel like you enjoy. If there's something that you like in the wrestling world, whether it be a match, gimmick, pay-per-view, time period in the wrestling world, feel free to let us know.
And we'll cover it.
A match that we'll cover it and we'll check it out.
Whoa! Stop! Bring your hand back up in front of that camera. What the hell, dude? Did you get bored or something? Did your wife paint your fingernails, dude, while you were sleeping or something? What the hell happened here? What kind of kinky shit are you getting into over there?
No, we were at Target, and so the wife wanted to try out some nail polish. So, like the loving, caring husband that I am, I let her paint my nails.
It is what it is. All right.
If you don't like it, fuck you. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Happy Pride Month too. All right.
There you go.
LGBTQ community, you got a safe space with me. All right.
You got your pride going, man.
If you're kicked out of your family, I'm your family now. All right.
There you go.
That goes to any member of the LGBTQ.
So let's just say you painted your nails for Pride Month. That's the story we're going with here. I'm cool with it. I love it. Sorry, I just saw that real quick. I was like, wait, no, he is not skating by with that. But yeah, so we're trying to diversify our content. We're trying to see what sticks here. If you guys have any ideas, let us know. Also, our TikTok is now up. Our first 4 uploads are up on the website. That is Official Ring Rundown, at Official Ring Rundown.
And we also do have our Instagram is up and running as well too. That is the Ring Rundown Podcast.
Links will be in the description. I will make sure I post the links in the description. And yeah, so go ahead, give us a like, give us a follow. Like I said, follow us on our other social medias. More to come. We're going to see about Spotify. We're going to see about Podbeam and all that other stuff. Just not sure how that works yet, but we will find out, and I will be working on it. But we have the TikTok and the Instagram up and going, as well as our YouTube. So if you guys please, like I said, tell your friends, like, subscribe, follow us on our other social medias. Like, we do this for you.
Also, we are working on just a small limited run of shirts right now. We will have those as well. Hopefully, got to got to get some pricing back from my guy B Doja, former merch guy for Potluck and Cottonmouth Kings, and just about all the other artists on Suburban Noise Records as well too. Shout out to you, B Doja. Hopefully we could get something going on, get some shirts going on. If you want to support, we'll have more information on that when it comes.
And it's not for the money. We want you guys to wear those shirts. We want you guys, people, to ask you questions. What is that? That is the Ring Rundown. And we want a conversation to start, and we want them to look up and find us, because, like I said, we're doing this for you guys, and you know, we're here for you guys.
We're just two Texas guys that are just trying to bring you some entertainment in the world and the form of professional wrestling, and cover topics that you guys want to cover and discuss.
So, well, from that being said, you have anything else, big dog?
I'm good, man. Happy Pride Month to everybody out there. And again, you got to stay space with your boy SP.
As well as me too, Dropkick Zombie. Well, for SP, I am Dropkick Zombie, and good night, everybody. Later.
We two loony guys catching eyes with our hype, talking pro wrestling, making all the fans unite. In the ring we swing like a rhyme-making machine with moves so mean, leaving opponents in a dream. You're rocking the mic, forward tight like a rat. Them no cliche bull with the kings of the mat. From the top